Hi and welcome. This is Sheila Galligan, and congratulations on doing whatever it's taking for you to be on this welcome call today and investing in this class, yourself, and your business. I'm going to talk about three things today. One is I just wanted to shout out a quick hi. Thanks for joining us, and I'm very excited to be working with you. Second of all, we're going to go through the 5 quick, easy steps, simple steps on how to get your name out there through interview series, get known as a resource leader, and bring in some income and increase your revenue streams. Then thirdly, we're going to review a few of my coaches on how they started their businesses through interviewing other experts. And look where they are today. So thanks for joining us. This is a great getting started guide. I'm going to teach you how to rapidly open up a whole new stream of income, massively grow your list, and get known as a top leader in your field, all by doing something you probably are already doing. My secret weapon is Mr. Microphone Moneybags. We're going to teach you how to add thousands to your list, get known as a top leader, and experts start contacting you. Just imagine when you start interviewing people or continue to interview people, get it out there, monetize it, reach more people, get more customers, people are going to start contacting you for opportunities. They're going to start contacting you for joint ventures. They're going to contact you to interview you. Imagine the possibilities of that. All by using a microphone. What you're going to learn in this system is very simple. It's really timeless. It's not going to go out of style. It's not going to be passé in 30 days from now. It's timeless. Interviewing people, interviewing other experts has been going on for decades. And you know what really is nice is it can be applied to no matter what social media trends show up. Because who knows what's going to show up around the corner. We all know how fast that changes. And another piece, it can be applied to no matter what industry you're in. Just take a minute and think about your industry. How can you utilize interviews to get out there and get more clients, get more prospects, get more names on your list, if you will, and be able to serve more people? And you know what? All that then entitles you to take your business to a whole new level. Whatever that level may be. We all have different levels. If you want to reach 6 figures, if you want to reach 5 figures, if you want to reach 7, great. All these same principles apply no matter what level that you would want to go to. We're going to talk about that, and then opportunities start coming to you. People start contacting you. It could be for interviews, JV partners. The world is your oyster. There's endless possibilities. This is the limit. When you host your own interview series, everything does change. And through this class, 5 simple steps, you're going to learn how to use interviews as a feather in your cap to help your business grow and flourish. You're going to position yourself as a leader in your industry that brings not only revenue, but an overflow of ideal clients into your business. Imagine what that'll look like. And you can also expect regular income flowing into your bank accounts to ease your financial flutters by following a clear step-by-step system to make your interview series shake, rattle, and roll. Just to review too, which is very important, interview series, interviewing experts, is going to help you rapidly open up a whole new stream of income, massively grow your list, and get known as a top leader in your field, all by doing something you probably are already doing. A nice thing is you don't have to run out and buy any new equipment. You have a laptop, a computer, a desktop, a microphone, a headset, and of course your knowledge, which is priceless. You're ready to go. After interviewing over 95 people in the last 18 months, I have narrowed the system down to 5 steps. We're going to spend some time actually on what not to do, which actually may be longer than what to do. So I've narrowed it down to just 5 simple steps. So if you're like me, you really need to have concrete examples and steps. That's the hardest part, is breaking it down. But we've got 5, and we'll cover. The first step is step 1. You've got to have a great theme. What is your bright idea? We're going to explore what themes are hot or not hot. Find out what your people want to learn about in the first place. I've got some inexpensive things to talk to you about on how to reach out there and find out what your community is craving. And we're going to tie that in by focusing on your expertise and how you can teach through your best method possible. Everyone's telling you to do a telesummit, a teleseminar, a coffee talk, an interview series. Every other minute we're getting an email on how to do that. But no one talks about what's the right option for you. What's going to work for you and your community. That's what we're going to review. There's lots of different ways to get your message. Step 2 is organize and lead. As a professional organizer, office organizer, I have helped hundreds of people organize to become more efficient and productive. So I'm carrying those skill sets over to my interview series. Well, we're going to discover multiple ways to get your interview series out there on the right track from the start. We don't want to be that little guy there scratching his head on which way to go. I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks so we can get out of the gate right off the bat. We don't want to have to start over. We're going to implement simple time-saving organizing strategies. And then I'm going to coach you on how to reach out to people you already know with my proven fill-in-the-blank scripts. As always, I'm going to over-deliver. I'm going to give you everything, template scripts, fill-in-the-blank, worksheets, all to get you to become successful. Our step 3 is building your brand. You got to have your brand. Who are you? How do you show up? How do you want to show up to your community? And by that, you're going to be expanding your community, your list, and your contacts using my top 5 tools. We're going to offer a spectacular giveaway that nobody can grab anywhere else. And then you're going to follow my customized emails, social media posts, and all my written materials to build your brand. Nancy Marmolejo started her business by interviewing experts. And she says that high-profile people love to be interviewed. She said when she started her business, there were key players she wanted to meet, but for whatever reasons, their gatekeepers keep us apart. Then she started an interview series of her own, and her press credentials opened doors that were formerly shut. Then step 4 is actually starting to do the interviews. Get them on your schedule. I'm going to coach you on how to schedule all your interviews through a free time-saving software, and it even converts time changes. So you don't have to figure out what time it is in Europe or the East Coast or here in Minnesota or on the West Coast. And I'm going to review with you why bigger is not always better when inviting speakers. Why bigger is not always better. And then we're going to review how to figure out what questions are the most intriguing to find out about the experts and to bring out their humor. What makes them stand out? What makes them different? What makes them successful? And then step 5 is how to get out there and make money. How to monetize your interview. Now that you've spent all this time, effort, and focus on interviewing experts, now what? I'm going to review the most 7 popular ways to make money through your interview series. So you can figure out what is the best outcome for you using all my checklists. And I'm going to show you how to make the money. Show me the money. And then we're going to go over a course of action to use your brilliant knowledge over and over to make money every time. Just kind of a rinse and repeat. Michelle Sissom increased her list size 72.5% within 2 years. When she started her business, Decisive Minds, in 2010, it took her 6 months to grow her list. But then she started doing her first teleseminar and interview series. She added 50 people to that list. And within 2 years, she grew it by 72.5%. Bob the Teacher Jenkins, the fastest way to become an expert is to interview an expert. You know what? The subject matter which we talked about is the fastest way to become an expert by interviewing other people. Someone who knows more than us. As long as we're humble enough to recognize your gaps in the knowledge and you're willing to ask questions, the expert can do most of the talking. The reality is, teleseminars and interview series is a great way for somebody else to pay for your education. Isn't it about time you start or continue interviewing experts so your list grows? You can help more people, you develop long-term relationships, and you make the money? What are you waiting for? How many times have you thought to yourself that you're sick and tired of attending everyone else's interviews? It's high time that you put together your very own interview series, and it's time to grow your list, get known as an expert, and generate additional streams. The first homework assignment, of course, I'm a teacher. We have to do assignments. I want you to go ahead of the class with us. Number one is visualize. Go ahead and just close your eyes here for a minute and visualize. What do you see? What do you see? What are your income goals? Do you want it to be flexibility? What's your impact and influence? And what is your life purpose? What are opportunities that you want to come to you? Go ahead and jot that down. We're going to spend a little bit of time on that. So that's your first assignment before our class. And the second piece of assignment is, I have to work on this a lot. Take one step back before moving forward and breathe. Breathe. Slow down your mind, body, and soul. This is when we get the best ideas, when we're at peace and still for a while. And just take one thing at a time. I've been there. I've interviewed 95 people. I know how crazy and hectic it is. Been there, done that. You just have to really take one day at a time and invest in yourself. So that's your second piece of homework before we get going. And I wanted to give you, before we're over on this call, some info and info access and resources. Please check your email regularly. You're going to be getting probably an email from me probably daily. Whitelist us, check your spam, and spend some time visualizing. What does this all look like to you? You got to relax. You got to breathe. We're going to have some fun, and please utilize our private Facebook group. Just on a closing note, thanks for trusting me, and I'm very excited to be working with you. And let's go big, and thanks again.